Don't act surprised. I already know that you know that this is the thumbnail.
What? I'm completely shocked. No, no. I found out right now, and I was looking to see if there's any wrestling news, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I should have known. That you would go back to the well. Once Charlotte got the views with her feet, Manny, I knew for a fact that the women are back. The Arcade Bro didn't get the views, but Charlotte's feet did. And
To be fair though, we don't know if the Arcade Bro would have got the views or not because I changed it directly after the show.
Yep, that's true. Barefoot Charlotte is the winner. But you know what? I like that Charlotte gets all the credit, but it could have been the original thumbnail that drew people in.
It could have been the content that brought the people in. You know, asking people to email us for those people that actually leave comments on porn.
And you know what? I'm looking at this image right now, and I can't remember a word she said. Raquel Gonzalez is going to kill you, or something like that. I have no idea.
It was something like that. And then another candidate was this.
I feel like we've used this one 9,000 times.
Yeah, it's been on a lot. And then I couldn't help myself.
That's who we should have been. That's who we should have used. The General Walter.
Big meaty men. Big meaty Austrian men on our wrestling shows.
I like my man big and European and slap the shit out of people. That's what I want. Bring back the Walters in the world.
And then probably one of the few AEW people that coveted this thumbnail.
She did a 450. She what? No. Never gonna get it.
Well, she did get it once. She got when she pinned.
Oh yeah, yep.
That was very almost ended up with like 200 views.
Yeah.
Man, you lot perverts.
It's the wrestling community.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Welcome again to another episode of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am 80 years old Manny.
Manny, are you drunk? I am 40s, 80s year olds, Manny's, and I'm joined by. Oi!
Do you know what happened there, Marcus? I put that on just as the thing was fading, and I realized I don't have anything to say, and then I panicked.
Nothing like good old fashioned panic to get something to stir the pot a little bit.
So, welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by
Marcus, the grand finale.
So, I do have something to bring up with you.
Ooh.
It's more of an assumption.
Okay.
Rather than an accusation.
Okay.
I
am innocent! I didn't do it! I don't know that woman! I don't know those kids! Oh, okay.
So,
I'm sorry, I'll say that defense for later.
There's numerous times on record where Erica says he doesn't listen to our show, he doesn't watch our show.
Mm-hmm.
So for some reason, he started not criticizing, reviewing what was said on said show last Tuesday.
Oh.
And the only thing that I could bring up was this thumbnail, where I stated originally, before stating she was unstoppable when she is barefoot Charlotte with Mark Henry music.
Yes.
I said I was targeting men that had foot fetishes.
Yes. Like the man in the lower corner right there.
When you put 2 and 2 together,
does
Eric have a foot fetish?
Oh, the accusation is real. Maybe it's it. Maybe we found it.
How many times
he's had?
How many times have we ever had any review or critique of what we do on Tuesday and Thursday from Eric? In depth.
I'm going to say it's maybe 1 or 2. And that was the first episode, and then it's this episode.
Yeah.
Foot fetish Eric is now a thing. I know him as FFE.
Fetish Eric. Okay. We haven't had really any news for the last 2 days, other than breaking news. Keith Lee has broken his silence.
Yes.
Should we go directly into this, Marcus?
Yes, I believe we have sources close to us, which is a video posted on whatever gram of Keith Lee explaining himself. Manny, Exhibit A.
So we have this here. We need to remove this.
Jesus, he looks fat as ever in that picture.
He really does, doesn't he?
I really think this man, if I saw this man jogging down my neighborhood, I feel like he is on drugs and he is missing something. He's missing some brain cells.
So in the interest of saving time, I'm going to speed this up. So we're going at 2 speed.
You don't even know how fast he's talking. You haven't clicked the link.
It's 6 minutes. Do we have 6 minutes of material?
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
You win. Oh, I don't hear him.
Oh, can you not hear the audio?
No. Maybe he wasn't talking. Maybe he wanted us to do us talk over him.
Oh, needless to say, we'll probably find out.
It fell apart.
It fell apart, and I'm not willing to test this stuff on air because I'm doing this live. So apparently he was out because he had COVID, which Levi has said that's code for murder.
Murder! Some people don't know when I shot. Oh, I cost me and him the rubble. What? That's my Ja Rule impersonation.
I will attempt to try this again at the end of the show. Because the audio has worked in the past. Because I know this. How? Because I played Marcus a video before where a woman was eating mattresses.
God, I have been to numerous therapy sessions to get that out of my head.
So
now
let's just kick off with NXT. We learned that at the head of NXT, Ember Moon is not medically cleared for reasons unknown, I believe, at the moment. She did send out a tweet that it's a setback, but she'll be back. So instead of Ember Moon versus Dakota Kai, we get Ember Moon versus Saray. We get Dakota Kai versus Saray, and the match was actually really good.
Yeah, here's my thing about this. Saray went from I'm going to get an easy victory to tonight you're taking the L. That's what happened. I can see her going, for fuck's sakes. I was on a winning streak. I was undefeated, and I was going to defeat your ass too tonight. And now my undefeated streak is over because they put me against the unstoppable force, Dakota King Kai.
To be fair though, I'm glad that that this loss actually happened for her because you don't need undefeated streaks to get over all the time.
Yeah. In fact, the undefeated streak to get somebody over hasn't worked since. This kick is crazy.
How stiff is that drop kick?
Yeah, it lands like this all the time.
All the time.
Maybe the shoulder takes most of it. Do you know
when she does it? It sticks a bit before she drops.
Yeah, it's the stiffest move in wrestling. I feel like, and all these women take it as with ease. It's like, yep, I'll live with it. And Dakota, for being a member of Team Kick and fancies her kick, that's the best kick in the game right there. Saray has the best kick in the game. And she lost to Dakota, which makes sense. But this is probably Saray's best match. This is her best match.
Yeah, it definitely is her best match. I feel like the rest have been pretty much squash matches from the get go, except the Toni Storm one that was kind of competitive as well. But then this led off to Dakota Kai getting a win, running away from an incoming Big Mama call.
Run away. Run
Her promo,
away.
her promo just had a lot of aggression. It didn't hit with me.
No.
Because I felt the I'm Nobody's Side Piece promo from Dakota last week was more impactful.
Well, she had a vignette in editing. Raquel just had to run out there, who just arrived to the arena, apparently, in the middle of this match.
Lies.
Just showed up.
Just
and
straight
was like,
lies.
Well, it came immediately out there to be like, come on, I'm going to kill you, Dakota, I'm going to kill you. I always like when people want their revenge, they just come out and say they're going to kill them. They never ask the reason. I heard the reasons why, but that's total bullshit. I think she said that too. Like, I could have gave you a shot. Then you would have gave her a shot. You should have gave her a shot. Manny, if I became NXT Women's Champion, I would have gave you a shot right away. Right away. Just let you know.
So at what point in this movement is when you're starting to identify as a woman? I fully support it, by the way. But at what
you
point
better.
did
You
realize,
better. I want to be champion. I want to be champion.
At what point did you realize that you wanted to become women's champion?
It had to be between last Sunday and Thursday when I realized I couldn't fuck Bobby up, couldn't fuck Roman up. Kenny, I might could get 5 minutes in, but he'll V-trigger me, and I don't need brain damage anyway. And I don't want to be the first one to kick out the One Ring Angels, because I will.
I'll do it in spite. I'll do it in spite.
I want to let him hit that move first so I can kick out, just so I can be over.
I wouldn't even kick out at 2. I wouldn't even kick out at 2 3/4 or however Johnny Gargano kicks out of moves. I will do it before the ref hits 1.
Right away. Unceremoniously kicked out. People be like, wow, but I'll be like, no. Oh. And then, those are pretty much all the champions. Ring of Honor is not recognized as a champion anymore. I know WWE Insider does, but no one talks about Ring of Honor. So I realized my championship hopes were slim, so I'm going after the NXT Women's title. That's the title I can get. That's what I'm scooping up.
You're not thinking
but
about
after Raquel loses. After Raquel loses to Dakota.
You're not thinking about going after the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, because I feel like you could easily take those.
Well, Tamina, I don't want to fight Tamina. I feel like that would be what I have to do, and it become a singles match at that point. And I don't want to share those tag team titles with nobody. Natty's down, and I'm not fighting Natty. I'm not boring the audience with that. I need a reaction when I go out there. If I beat Natty, I'm getting no reaction. So I'm taking the NXT Women's title.
Oh, so you're not taking the NXT UK Women's title?
No, I don't want to fight old people. I'm not fighting Satamore. She's too old. She's out of my age range. Just like, this is mean. Honestly, I think we're the same age. That's
I think she's older, I think
she's 38. No, she's like 38. 38.
So Index have their first date, aka at the beginning at home with the Garganos. I love these segments anyway. They're always hilarious, and I'm glad that they're always spaced out. And I think we may get more of them because obviously now it's been announced that Candice is pregnant. Yep. She's gonna be less time in the ring, so I'm just guessing that. I'm guessing she could be still used for TV. It's not like they're gonna write her off completely like they did. What's her name? Lacey Evans. Becky Lynch, Lacey Evans. Like you could still use her in vignettes and stuff. You can keep the wave going.
Yeah, because you're at home at the Gargano. Although I do enjoy the fact that Austin just disappeared and ran to the woods. We can't have her go this route of Austin Theory. She just disappeared and ran away in the woods. Which is just basically him on the main roster and in dark matches.
Yeah.
Every week.
And then Johnny and Candice were caught spying on their date.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dexter gets creamed. And I wrote it like that specifically.
Yep.
So
way to go, Manny. Way to go.
Yeah, I'm disgusted.
If this was NXT, it would have been N XXXT for you. at this point.
I am disgusting, and people are aware of it.
I'm a monster. I am a monster.
I have never given the impression that I'm a good human being. So,
And, as Batman said to Commissioner Gordon, Manny, and you never have to.
Hit Row burn a lucha mask stating that the grill snatching was disrespect to their culture.
Yes.
Marcus,
on.
I thought
Oh,
I thought chain snatching was more of a disrespect, not.
Well, that is completely disrespectful to snatch a chain. But a grill, that is a different level of disrespect. That means you don't give a fuck what diseases I have, or you don't have any gender bias or halitosis I may have. You are stealing my gold teeth. Fuck you. That is personal. A chain snatch is all it takes. Okay? And can I say something about this segment? And I'm going to say it right now. That might be the hottest segment in history, as they were in a truck with a barrel on fire. Those dudes must have been sweating bullets. It had to be 120 degrees in there.
Well, I'm going to say this. I have to say, the imagery was great. However, this segment gets another strike.
Oh, no! What did Ashanti do? What did Ashanti the Adonis do? He did nothing, Manny. He did nothing.
I'm going to say it to you this week. It wasn't even Ashanti. Look at Swerve. He deserves that strike more than anyone.
Manny, I understand it's a blurry image, but why wasn't this the thumbnail? This is straight fire. Although I believe these dudes were burning up in there. There's no way. He's wearing a fucking jacket. He has a beanie on, and he's really overweight. Big. Like, B-Fab dressed up for this, like, it's too fucking hot, I'm basically gonna come in here half naked. And Swerve was like, well, I didn't come with a shirt anyway.
Yeah, but so Swerve gets the strike for this.
You know what was distracting? Watching Top Dollar shake the dice in his hand.
With chiclets.
Yeah, I was going like, why is he doing this? Why is he back there just shaking dice?
Calling you a wanker, mate.
Yeah, he's just over there like, ah. Like, why, Top Dollar? Why? But I enjoyed the imagery of this. It just seemed awkward. Imagine your enemy sending you a video like this, going like, what the fuck were they thinking? They're sweating bullets in there. The next video I send on them, I will be in a refrigerator to counteract.
You know, it was a pretty big waste of fire, to be honest, just to burn one thing. Such a waste.
Big ass fire. We're disrespecting Lucha. Whose mask is that?
El Lucha Dorks. Word on the street, El Lucha Dork has never been the same again since Tuesday night. Yeah, and he'll hear this. I don't know when he'll hear this, but he'll hear this.
They beat up some random luchador in the street and took his mask. Body never found. Or no, it could be Fuego del Sol, who's apparently fighting for his AEW contract against Regal. This dude's been around for months. Years,
Yeah,
maybe.
why is he getting a title shot? It doesn't make sense.
Why is he getting a title shot, Manny? And I know I'm jumping ahead to time. Why is he getting a title shot? Why hasn't he got a contract? So many questions. So many questions,
but answers I don't need.
Yeah, it's not the questions you want. It's like, oh, what is your unfavorite fetish? I don't care. I don't need to know that. It is a question, but I don't need to know the answer to that. It's Charlotte's feet. That's what it is.
But you know what? We'll get to it when we get over there. But if anyone tells me, oh, it's because AEW do new matches, this is not a match I want to see. So don't come at me with, oh, AEW gives us new matches. Because this wasn't a match ever I wanted to see.
Yeah, this is like watching Intercontinental Champion Stone Cold Steve Austin fight Barry Horowitz. Like, I never asked for this. Never asked for this. It's a new matchup, sure. But I never asked for this. I want him to rock. I don't want this.
So LA Knight versus Andre Chase. Squash match, but the main thing that came out of this was hopefully the conclusion of this story, where at TakeOver 36 we'll see the $1 million title on the line, and if Grimes loses, Ted DiBiase will become LA Knight's butler.
Yes, the stakes have never been higher in this feud. And I will say this. As much, I know you're tired of this storyline, and I think we've reached the end of it. But I enjoy the storyline. It's the most pro wrestling storyline in the history.
Well, I enjoyed it for what it was, but
and it's coming to a end.
Yeah, I hope so.
This is the climax, and I think it needs to end with this. LA Knight loses, and then he shall go to Monday Night Raw. And yes, you're like, LA Knight. LA Knight isn't probably Vince's cup of tea, but give that man a crowd and a microphone and he'd be able to entertain those people. You team with The Miz. I don't even know what that would mean, but you just have him. Maybe him and Elias can go make a run in Elias' new gimmick. I don't know, but I feel like LA Knight should be on the main roster. He doesn't fit the mold of NXT anymore.
So there was a squash match, Gigi Dolin with Jacy Jayne versus Amari Miller. Not much to really talk about in this match other than that weird finish he had, which was an abdominal stretch into some type of slam.
It was an abdominal, as Wade Bear said, that's the only thing you could call that. It's how he said it. Only thing you could call that is an abdominal stretch bomb. I've never seen that before. And I was like, he's 100% right. And the move, she did this move and it was another move. And I went, I've never seen that move before. But the other move I never want to see again. And when she did she got the girl's arm on the bottom rope and slammed it down onto the bottom rope. And I was like, that didn't look like it hurt at all. That looked useless. I was like, why would you do that? That didn't make sense. But Gigi Dolin and Jacy James are the new iconics, I'm assuming.
Well, I think Gigi Dolin may be the new answer to Paige.
It's like, oh no, I was thinking of a comeback. I like that my favorite thing about Gigi Dolin is that she has that knockoff version of Marilyn Manson's Sweet Dreams.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they actually played the rights for this. No, they didn't. That's a knockoff. There
so
it goes.
Get...
Dun, 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 dun.
So Regal has set the stage for the Undisputed Finale between Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. So it's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. Kyle picks a regular match for the first fall.
Makes sense.
Adam picks a street fight.
What if Adam picked a regular match? And Regal's like, what? Who you mean? You guys want to kill each other. Yeah, but I also want to prove that I'm the better wrestler.
And then we get Regal selecting, if required, a steel cage match.
Yeah, it's required. It's required.
It's always required, and I hate it.
It's required.
This is why I hate these types of matches. So,
what if you had to pick 3 matches between these two to watch again for the ultimate, the undisputed finale of this feud, which will probably happen again in AEW if they ever show up there again? What would be your 3 matches for them?
Regular match.
Okay. Everybody starts off with that. That's nice. Nice little way to enter a move. It's like a nice appetizer.
Death match. Which actually no.
I like that that's number 2. I don't know if he survived that one. I don't know if we go into match 3 if the other guy died in the second match.
And then 3, last man standing match.
He's dead already. Yeah, he got to stand up though. Stand up so we can start the last man standing match. We went too far, haven't we? I would have went Bobby Fish over the ring in a Shark Tank cage. That's the second match. And the third match, if necessary,
Bobby
tag
Fish
match.
Bobby Fish on a pole.
Tag match. Bobby Fish on a pole, tag match.
Levi said loser leaves town match will be the final. Unfortunately, I think Adam Cole is gone. Don't know yet. It's strange that very little has come out from that high profile meeting Adam Cole had with Vince McMahon over SmackDown last week.
Yeah, the question is, what does Levi mean that he's gone? Is he leaving NXT? Or
I'm presuming he thinks,
or
I'm presuming he's going AEW is what Levi is suggesting.
Okay, so Adam Cole and AEW, what does that look like to you?
I don't think it makes that big of a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, he'll have great matches in AEW, but like, he's not a needle mover in terms. He can be, but at this moment in time, he's not really a needle mover in terms of like what AEW already have.
I feel like they're. Oh, go ahead.
Which actually leads into the wild take I prepared you for, but go ahead and give your opinion and then I'll do the wild take.
Dang, I want the wild take. My opinion is that him and AEW, like you said, to me it wouldn't make with a needle. I feel like they're too top heavy right now. Like they've had all these major signings recently, including Bryan Danielson and CM Punk, which are yet to be disclosed, but whatever. And you have your Omegas and your Miros and Andrades and Black and all these people, and I guess Christian counts as something. But you have all these heavy hitters in your heavyweight division. You need to filter out that mid card a little bit better, because Miro's fighting nobody, basically. And you're very top heavy right now, and I feel like that might become an issue for them in the future.
But wouldn't you say that was the problem WWE had prior to all these releases? Like, yeah, they released some big talent along the way in the midst of like the releases. Like everyone that got released, you kind of looked at, they kind of expendable. But then when they released Braun Strowman, when they released Bray, and then obviously Aleister Black at the time, them three are probably your big hitters of the releases of 2021.
Yeah.
When you look at the landscape of WWE at that moment in time, there was too many heavy hitters in that point that there was actually no more room to grow unless you started introducing more titles to seem relevant and stuff like that. And that's not the direction you want to go anyway, because there's too many titles in the company already as it is.
Yeah. Maybe, and I don't think this may or may not be their strategy. That'll be, maybe, they were feeling the same thing. Like, we do have too much talent, and it's leading to a lot of complaints about, why aren't we pushing this guy? Why aren't we pushing that guy?
Yeah.
When we only want to push these guys. And then if you put, let's say, Aleister Black or, Bray Wyatt or something in the Intercontinental division, people are like, oh, why are they fighting for the Intercontinental title? They should be heavyweight champion, not Roman. Or whoever that they want to see in their picture. It does create that issue. Sometimes a roster can be too stacked. Like, you can say, oh, the Attitude Era had all these guys. And they managed all these guys. Or the Ruthless Aggression Era had all these guys. But they had it balanced to a point where you knew who your main guys were. You had Undertaker, who was always around. He was just there. It was Austin Rock. Triple H was mid-card then. And Kurt Angle was kind of mid-card and main. It was like a mix. So it wasn't as top heavy, and it was able to be more focused. So, maybe they're trimming it out to like say, we're going to focus on these guys.
Yeah, but this is kind of where I'm getting at. So, let me just put this wild take.
Wild take! Bam, 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 bang, bang.
So, say Vince McMahon gives Adam Cole everything he wants, and Adam Cole signs with WWE.
Mm-hmm.
What you had in that segment between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, you're looking at Vince's potential solution to Bryan Danielson and CM Punk on AEW.
Ooh. So you're saying Adam Cole is the new Bryan Danielson and CM Punk?
No,
or
I'm saying
Kyle O'Reilly.
I'm thinking Kyle O'Reilly, you would say, is the Daniel Bryan in that situation.
Absolutely.
And then Adam Cole is that CM Punk who can deliver your bog standard average match and have a good match with anyone. And then is solid, more than solid on the mic.
Wow. That is not that wild of a take. This is a younger version of both of those guys.
Well, this is what I said when I said you may agree with it in the pre-show when I said it.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Star power wise, those other guys got him. But if you treated Cole and O'Reilly like you do Danielson and Punk, you do have You do have that. Like, Adam Cole is probably just as good as a talker as CM Punk, but a better wrestler. But he just doesn't have the following that CM Punk has. And CM Punk only got his following once he decided to do his pipe bomb speech and criticize the company and stuff.
Yeah, but that was it, wasn't it? I don't think like there's any other promo after that where you could really go, you know what, that was a great Punk promo.
No, I thought his championship run when he was with Heyman, he was killing it for most of the part. I thought he was really good. I can't remember it. None of them are really that memorable. But he was doing a good job. And, you know, Daniel Bryan, I mean, wrestling-wise, Kyle O'Reilly is great in the ring. And he's probably just as good as Daniel Bryan. But I don't know. I think charisma-wise, you take a hit.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Bryan actually has that charisma.
Levi goes, I agree 100%, Manny, about Cole being the new Punk level player. But Vince hates little guys. Cornette called Cole the new Roddy Piper. Which is also a good kind of comparison.
That's a compliment, but it's different. Yeah. I never thought about Adam Cole being Roddy Piper.
Yeah. I don't tend to go that far back for me.
Hold on, Manny. 10 years from now, when somebody's going to be interviewing you about, hey, who's the next this? And you're going to be like, yeah, you know, this one guy, Iron Steel. I don't know, some shitty name. Like some guy's getting over. Iron Steel. Yeah. Yeah, I believe he's the next Kurt
Coco
Angle.
Beware.
Someone's going, Kurt Angle? 40 years ago. The fuck? But
Okay.
yeah, I think that's not just a wild take. That is an excellent take, and I would call them both up, to be honest.
Yeah, I would. So we had a Ciampa promo, which was good. MSK interrupt an Imperium segment, which was also quite funny.
I forgot that we weren't even in the halfway segment.
Yeah, I know.
I'm at the end. I'm at the end. My bad. I thought that was the end of NXT.
Yeah,
I totally forgot there was more.
I'm speeding up. So OJ Styles versus Trey Baxter.
Don't do that! Don't call him OJ!
This was an improvement for OJ Styles' first match he had, as it wasn't sloppy and it was quick. He hit a "Mama made it" kind of comment straight at the camera.
And what I got from that segment was that he does have some personality, he does have some energy. Vince loves this guy.
Yeah.
It's like, that's who you need to be, Hunter. You remember that scene in Bad Boys when Will Smith is telling Martin, that's how you drive?
Yeah.
That's Vince McMahon yelling at Triple H. No, that's how you fucking put your talent. They need to be that size.
And do you know how I can believe that?
That size.
Do you know how I can believe that? Vince McMahon was spotted at a Dave Chappelle show.
Random.
So we learned that Imperium get a title shot against MSK next week. Roderick Strong gets a cruiserweight title shot against Kushida. We get the worst big man in the game, Boa versus Dre. How did I write this?
Drado.
No, because I wrote it as a joke and now it doesn't come off anymore. Dreisuke Nakamura. Mei Ling is now standing. Boa wins, but doesn't look convincing. And Mei Ling blows steam in Maverick's eyes.
So, me being a wrestling fan, if I was in the crowd doing a Boa match, one, I would have chanted, Boa, you still got it. Randomly, because I haven't seen Boa wrestle in probably 10 years. And two, when Mei Ling walks out to the ring, I would have been chanting, holy shit, she can walk. Because I thought she was a puppet. But, the fact that Mei Ling, that Wade Barrett said Mei Ling is taking caution with Boa. This is her pride project, so she had to get up. Made me laugh that this is like, fuck, I gotta babysit this guy and coach him the entire way. So we just knocks the motherfucker out. This guy, on the other hand, now that she's out, he's gonna make all my money. I have to be there. I have to be at ringside. And I gotta give people the smoke.
And then possibly the best match of the week, Pete Dunne versus Ilja Dragunov. Even though it had the interruption of the King, King Walter, to distract.
You declared him king.
I'm declaring him king. King of NXT UK. As he distracts Dragunov in a great match.
Yeah. I thought it could have finished better. I thought Dragunov could have won, or they could have just ended with a DQ finish, and he just went after Walter and saved the pin basically. But whatever, it was still a great match, and it was something that was like, oh, look, NXT UK main event some WWE show.
Yeah,
but
and then I think Dragunov made a mistake by doing this.
Yep. If I had a stat sheet, or if I was a statistician, Manny, I would have pointed out that 80% of the time, the person who's doing that by the end of on a week or 2 weeks before a pay-per-view, they never win. Dragunov, you're going to lose. Walter is going to pass Bruno Sammartino as champion. Bruno Sammartino.
For the audio listeners that have no idea what we're talking about, Dragunov lifted up the title, the NXT UK title.
Yes. He lifted it up, and he shouldn't have. He fucked up. 2 things about this. Were you upset that Walter did come out with Imperium? They're actually in the same building. Imperium has a match, but yet he had nothing to do with them the entire night.
I have a feeling he comes out next week when they have their match with MSK.
MSK. And the final thing, what do you think Vince thinks of Walter? Other than that time he lost his Survivor Series in like 2 minutes. And do you think Vince goes, that's what I want? That's what I want.
Well,
baby, come to me, baby, please.
Well,
baby.
I'm going to rehash this joke because it wasn't used live on the show.
Yeah.
But Vince saw Walter, and then this happened. A boner happened.
I was laying in my bed at home, and I suddenly felt Vince's boner all the way from Connecticut hit me in the back. That's the way. That's how he was when he sees Walter. He's like, I want that one. I want him. I want Odysseus. I want Parker Boudreaux. I saw how Malcolm Bills give him that card. That could be his one, Manny. That could be his one. You give Beavis Parker Boudreaux, and then that's his one.
And I know Vince said it as soon as he got his erection. Oh, what a rush! And then died instantly because he hasn't got much blood in his body.
Yeah, you get that Vince cackle. He just falls over it. Like, oh, and Hunter's like, my time is now.
So let's get into AEW.
AEW.
AEW kicks off with a promo with MJF. They plant dissension again when MJF reminds Wardlow about losing to Cody in the cage from many moons ago.
Why are we rehashing this? If you got your big man, a stop of big man, don't point out that he just lost.
Well, this is what they do, isn't it?
Wardlow ain't won shit.
But this is what they do. We get the Elite versus Dante Martin and the Seidels. I'm gonna say it. Actually, a decent match to open up Dynamite, even though I don't enjoy trios matches.
Let me say it again. The Young Bucks cannot have a bad match. However, storytelling wise, why the hell did this take so long? Look at these jobbers. You have the best of the best of the best, sir, with honors. On your team with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. And yet, the Seidels and I forget the other guy's name for the Elite. From whatever they're called. That group, that tag team where one of them's injured. Light-skinned one. Who jumps around. And they struggle with him. I thought they got way too much in. He should have never reversed him.
I didn't have
Top Flight.
I brain had a proper blank.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name at all. So Top Flight, and you have him flipping and reversing the One Ring Angel. I feel like they went a little too far with him doing all of that. Like, it was nice to see him that he's athletic, that he has some talent on his own, but he shouldn't get that much on the World Champion. Because Christian isn't going to be able to do all that.
He can, because he can outwork everyone. Christian Cage does come out. He gets called a Stanford Stooge. Christian is then backed up by Jurassic Express. We learn that Christian Cage gets not 1, but 2 title matches as he will be getting.
Can I pause you for a second? We'll divulge all this information after the commercial break. Let's have a break right here. I don't know what they did in the middle of that. I was like, did they just all stand there and get along? How did we go to commercial right here?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And then so Christian Cage gets an AEW title match at All Out, but in the meantime, he gets the Impact title match on AEW Rampage this Friday.
Yeah. Terrific.
And Jurassic Express have a tag title match against the Young Bucks next week on Dynamite.
So, do all of this, Manny. What was your reaction to all this, the commotion afterwards, after the match, post-match?
I'm a bit over it. I'm a bit over it because, like, now, I guess Christian Cage, it works. Christian Cage was ranked number 1. I don't know about the tag rankings anymore. I don't care about these rankings anymore. I'm just going to accept that they don't have rankings anymore and just go and just be like, oh, the person got a tag match. Cool.
This person is now the number 1 contender. So, my reaction to all of this is that crowd's reaction. CM Punk! I don't want to see Christian fighting for a damn title right now. Not in this day and age. He came out to another disappointing thing. It's like, I don't want this. I don't want this. And All Out, Christian is written in stone. No, you can erase that. Erase it. Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, put them into number 1 contenders. I don't care if they are jumping or leapfrogging your rankings. Christian does not do it. He does not it. This is not it.
Well, I don't think it's it. 100% I don't think it's it. I did enjoy what came next with the Malachi Black promo. What did you think?
I thought it was a Malachi Black promo. He said a lot of nonsense, I felt like.
No,
he already beat Cody. He already beat Cody.
There was one line that was so perfect in it. You've got 1 foot in the grave. Cody, you're halfway dead.
I don't know. He may unlock something. These second or third generation kids with 1 shoes on, like Charlotte. You know, they're dangerous as fuck. So
yeah, Cody's not gonna be dangerous with his shoes off.
All I gotta say is this: he already beat him decisively. What does he want? Why is this feud continuing? Why are you still talking about Cody? Move on.
So,
it's already over. You killed the man. You kicked him all the way to his reality show and the Go Big show and whatever else endeavors he have. We're done here.
Okay, there's a lot going on in this chat. So, Levi says Christian's title match ain't happening at All Out. Crowd turned on that. The crowd turned on that in Pittsburgh. Just imagine if Punk doesn't main event in Chicago. I don't think it even matters if he main events or not.
He has to be there.
Montez said CM Punk is going to make so many people irrelevant on AEW. True. Christian gets injured on Impact in the Impact title match, leading to Punk, Darby wrestling Kenny in a 3-way.
What? Why a 3-way and Darby? How does Darby get in there?
Because Darby last week he wanted to challenge the best in the world. Which Punk retorted, claiming that that's Daniel Bryan.
Oh man, I know it ain't happening, but I always wanted to troll wrestling fans so much that AEW Bill CM Punk is there coming, and then he shows up on SmackDown. It's like, what the fuck? No, that's not true. Tony Khan, what the fuck? You said we were gonna do it. We had a handshake agreement, fool. Just sign the papers. But no, it's definitely not happening. It's just fun. For fun again. Just the giggles, for fun.
We've already mentioned this, but why is Miro defending his title against Fuego del Sol?
Because now,
he was cleaning shoes last week.
Yeah, it makes sense for his contract to be the Redeemer that he's going to get. If you beat him, you get a contract, but I don't want this. I don't want to see him fight these jobbers. I want to see him get into a real program with somebody. Not Jobber City.
So Darby Allin versus Daniel Garcia, who is accompanied by 2.0, formerly known as Everrise. There was a lot of distraction from them. The referee could have thrown him out at any point. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why Darby struggled way too much in this match.
I don't care about the Darby struggling. I care more about 2.0 on one side, which is Everrise, and Sting on the other side. Sting, as I said about Christian last week, you came out of retirement to fight the Blade. Is that what you did? And then on the other side of this Sting, you're coming out of retirement to fight Everrise. God forbid next week Sting gets hurt. Yeah. God forbid next week Sting gets injured.
because of
and his career is because he's fighting Everrise. And you can say, oh, Sting went out, his career ended great. No, it ended because Everrise took him out.
Like, imagine that, actually, though. You could have said, oh, my career was ended by Seth Rollins. Or my career was ended by these two jokes of a talent called Everrise.
Can't believe this happened in a tag match about nothing. About nothing. Stinger, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't have that match. Don't. Because if you're going to argue with me and say, well, his AEW run is better than his WWE run. No! Once he gets injured by Everrise, your argument is now null and void. He's too big of a deal. Stop using these legends as not big deal. They just do it as a throwaway thing, too. Sting's going to wrestle next week against Everrise. What? Advertise the shit of that. Sting's coming out of retirement and is going to have his first match on AEW Dynamite with Darby Allin versus the Young Bucks. I'm sorry, the Fat Young Bucks Everrise.
So we get Death Triangle in the back. Pac states he will take care of Andrade, and these two should be focused on the AEW tag team titles, and because they deserve gold.
Pac didn't understand 90% of what the Lucha Bros said, and he's just standing there. They need to separate these three.
Well, Marcus, there was a strike in this segment.
Ooh, why?
Can you guess why there's a strike in this segment?
I want to say Penta's outfit.
It's not even Penta. It's the man in the hat and the red gloves. Who do you think he is?
He seems like Seth Rollins light. Like if I was casting like a movie and saying you're gonna play Seth Rollins, I'd be like, oh, I see that.
He looks like Cesaro's gone down on his luck.
Cesaro, he left the gym, and this is what he's left with. His wife divorced him. He's going down the route of Baron Corbin.
So yeah, that got a strike. We get another trios match: Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, and Wheeler Yuta versus Matt Hardy and Private Party. So interestingly, I didn't consider this as a news story. Wheeler Yuta was at a WWE tryout a few months ago, apparently, and they passed on him.
Okay.
Even though people around on Cultaholic seem to think that Wheeler Yuta could have been a good NXT guy, I don't think so.
Nah, I don't really see it with him. I would have passed too, I think. I watched him, 3 weeks in a row or whatever it's been? And I'm going like, this is it. I don't care. Whatever. But, I was upset with this match for one reason.
Why? Because Matt Hardy got a win?
It was existing. Yeah, it's basically because of that. This match was existing. It was doing what it was doing. I honestly didn't have any investment into it whatsoever. But the finish of the gin and juice came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, it's a nice win for Private Party. And it didn't happen, and then Matt Hardy wins like 5 seconds later and gets a pin. And I go like, we could have just ended with that. Why are we getting this Matt Hardy shit?
Well, first of all, how far has the Private Party fallen since the inception of AEW? And then I felt like Matt Hardy winning was merely charity. Because he's got to go to that pay window now, because he's expecting his 5th child.
Yep. There it is, right there. I don't know. But the problem that bugged me the most is that this match happened, this Statlander's match happened, next. And so they all had to come out again. I was like, I don't need to see the same people twice in back-to-back segments and do their entrance twice.
At least they sold like they were in a match.
Unlike the Blade. Yeah. Blade just walks out again. Like, I didn't just get my ass kicked.
So Nyla Rose versus Chris Statlander. You know what I thought was a good spot was when Nyla Rose was going to go after that knee drop from the top rope, but then Statlander did the handstand and then just speared her.
Yeah. Well, you know what I did? Know how I reacted when he did that? I did the hand, and I was like, "Oh, that's nice, the handstand thing." And then when she got speared, I went, "Stupid! She's stupid, stupid, stupid. Why would you ever do that? You just left yourself open. Why would you go so far with that? You could have just flipped over and got out of the way. No, you decided to continue to stand on your hand like there was some offensive strike."
And then Chris Statlander picks up the win shortly after, and I believe she's going to be the next #1 contender for the AEW Women's title.
Right after Red Velvet.
Yep, who's going to
Although
lose.
they could have skipped the Red Velvet era and went straight to Statlander and nobody else would have cared. What happened to Sheeta, Manny? What happened to Sheeta? She lost her title, never decided to come back for it.
So hometown promo for Britt Baker. The crowd was all behind her. And then I wrote in these notes, and little did I know something was going to happen afterwards. I want someone to get Tony Schiavone. He needs to be stopped, the dirty simp. Little did I know QT Marshall did the greatest thing of his life. Yes, his life.
No! I hated the segment so much. I hated.
And then they roughed up Tony's son in the segment. However, that led to an unfortunate Paul White making a save.
Manny. As Sheamus has asked, are you not entertained? I go, no. I'm so sick of these wrestlers and announcers and they're bringing out their sons in these segments. I didn't understand why this was happening. Any of it. Any of it. Big Show comes out in slow motion to make this play. Goes full entrance as they're roughing up Schiavone and his son. They could have killed a man. QT decides to throw... was it Aaron Solo into him?
Yeah. Mr. Bailey.
Didn't have to do that. We could have just walked away. Big Show had no way of doing anything. And I don't want the match of Big Show versus QT Marshall or whatever they're trying to do.
And then we get the Dark Order versus the Good Brothers for the Impact Tag Team titles. This match was alright, I guess.
No. I give them nothing.
Good.
I could care less. I feel like the Good Brothers got a natty reaction of no one caring that they were out there.
No one. They're trash. Chris Jericho versus Wardlow. I thought MJF was supposed to be the referee in this.
They said it last week. I don't know why he wasn't, but I guess they couldn't figure out a way to book it in which he does make it count to 3. But I feel like, you know, MJF said, I'm going Wardlow. And then I guess MJF is the 5th labor, right? I don't understand. Yeah. Like, you could have really stacked this deck against him. I don't understand why, like, I won with Hooven 2, and I went with a death match, and I went with a chairs match, too. It seemed like it de-escalated.
Yeah.
In fact, Wardlow. Oh, I could beat Wardlow.
Well, it turned to Wardlow. No weird stipulations in the match. It was just Wardlow. Wardlow picks up the win after MJF is thrown out for being caught cheating, and then Jericho uses Floyd and picks up the win. Jericho is beaten up after the match, as expected. I like that he was putting an arm bar. I thought that was funny.
Arm bar.
And then we learn that the 5th labor's the stipulations will be no Judas effect.
Ooh.
No Judas music.
Ooh.
But Marcus, these horrible AEW fans next week are going to sing him to the ring. And if that happens, Marcus, I am inclined to enforce a ruling that is the most harshest ruling ever. Instant 3 stars. Instant 3 strikes. No AEW.
Wait a minute.
Instant
Wait a minute.
Strikes. I don't care about fan enjoyment.
You don't find that energy, that the support of them just singing his song without the music will be a nice image.
In fact, I hope they all get COVID.
You're a horrible person. Well, you stated earlier in the show you are a horrible person, have no redeeming qualities anyway. And this is the proof that you do not care. And I think that would be a nice image of him having no Judas.
And I believe Barefoot Charlotte would be standing there with me.
Well, she probably wouldn't be standing there with you. She'd be thrashing somebody on the outside and around you. She is a monster. She is a beast. She's Godzilla.
I would go as far as to say she's probably the next Death Queen match. She's going to be the queen of the death match.
Well, she will also fight Nick Gage.
And
didn't
instead
matter.
of pizza cutter, she will stab you in the head with a heel.
Yeah. She's just swinging Drew McIntyre's sword around. That's how you use it for real. Oh, shit. I'm Brienne of Tarth. Like, you just going wild with it.
But I don't think either show gave us really anything to stand out other than the Pete Dunne and Ilja Dragunov match.
Yeah. I both shows were just there. I didn't really... I think AEW to me, it got boring. I don't know. It was just there. You had the opening match and then nothing seemed to happen after that. At all. I wasn't excited about anything. I didn't care about Christian being announced as the match against All Out. I didn't care about Big Show showing up for whatever random reason. I thought Sting is just being overpaid and useless. Just getting paid. And like he's not making Darby Allin a bigger star. Darby Allin's already a bigger star without him.
Yeah, his reaction was bigger than anything.
Yeah. So Sting adds nothing to that. Darby's doing nothing. Just a lot of nothing on the show. You know, it just didn't... Camille had the best promo of the women's division. Don't care what Britt Baker had to say.
Britt Baker had a whole lot of nothing. It was just a lot of "this is my city," Britsburg, and all this like stuff to amp up already amped up. "This is my city" promo.
Mm-hmm. And Red Velvet is nothing. I don't know.
Her running was terrible.
Well, she got to run in, got to drop on somebody, and then didn't actually take advantage of anything. So I don't know. I was so disinterested in this show. NXT tried to throw some curveballs at it. I was interested in the DiBiase and LA Knight scenario and the Grimes. I was into that. And the main event, that was pretty much it for NXT. I didn't really go anything. Because I was like, I see Kyle O'Reilly. Cross and Joe weren't there this week. But, you know, still a solid show. I don't know if NXT can do a bad show. But it still was just like a there show.
I think if you were to grade it, I think NXT for me got a B+. No, just a B. I would give it just a B. And then AEW would have got the B-.
See, you grade too high. They're both C's in my opinion.
No, I don't think NXT was a C because of the main event.
Ah, son of a bitch, Manny. You son of a bitch.
Because of the main event. The main event made it
And
better.
I did enjoy Dakota Kai and Saray. You know, I give it a B. I give it a B.
I think you may be correct with AEW possibly being a C. C+. You tried. Because it wasn't a terrible wrestling show. It's one of those shows
commercial
that...
for Rampage.
Yeah,
It for Rampage.
It just wasn't a show that kind of was like... It held my attention a lot.
Do you think they're oversaturating their product already with all these shows with Dark, Elevation, and then Dynamite, and then you take Thursday off, but you also have a little bit of AEW on Impact for those who do watch. And then you have Rampage on Friday, in which they're throwing everything in the kitchen sink this week.
Yeah, but I don't think
a show that's going to get lower to SmackDown.
I don't think all those million people that watch AEW actually watch all of the YouTube content, like Dark and Elevation.
Nah, nobody watches that shit.
And I don't even think that transfers over to Impact on Thursdays. Like, it does a little, but like they're still pulling numbers of like 100,000 and that.
Yeah. What do you think they're because we're gonna cover Rampage on Saturday.
But I'm not on this Saturday.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I'll be in the town drinking as it's my friend's stag do, or bachelor party as Americans call it.
How dare you? And I'm gonna be doing that show tired because I gotta work Friday night.
You can call me. I can call into the show.
That's the man he calls into the show. Completely fucked up. Just yelling random shit. And fuck Darby Allin. He'll never be my heavyweight champion. He'll never be my heavyweight champion. Manny, we're not even. He's not a champion.
Who are you talking to? The internet.
The internet. I'm on the internet. There's voices. The internet's black. The internet is black. It's been black all along. What the fuck is he talking? I think Manny
I feel like that'd be funny. I think in certain segments just ring me for instant reaction.
So Manny, CM Punk showed up on there. Who? And that was Manny's announcement.
Oh, that would be so funny. Like if I'm not here and not just like call me, like just have a random soundboard of like random things I've said in the past.
We just have a video of you on the side. Just cut the Manny's reaction. 0 stars.
I think that's what it should be.
But yeah. What did you think of the basketball segment in the back with the Young Bucks and Jurassic Express when Luchasaurus blocks his layup?
He got rejected. I've never seen, and then cry about it like he was an infant.
Yeah, he was like, it was a foul, the foul. And Cutler's like, he got on ball. It was clearly on ball. That made me laugh.
I just can't stand Matt Jackson. I think his face, I just want to punch it.
Yeah. Someone's dead. But yeah, that's the show, you know. I spoke my piece. Oh, wait, I didn't realize it went by their alternate names up here. I just looked up it right now. Has it been like that the entire show?
No. I was hoping to see if you actually noticed when I changed it. I did it for the last one.
Never noticed. Looked up and went, Prince Radish. Yeah, that's the show this week. Tune in next week where 5 more NXT titles have been released. And Rampage has Bryan Danielson show up live Friday night.
Before we cut, what do you think the ratings for Rampage will be?
I think they're gonna draw a 700,000.
I would go as far as to say the NXT number, which would be 600.
Ooh.
Like realistically,
NXT actually raised this week. They did their 750 this week.
Realistically, on a Friday, if you're watching wrestling live, are you really gonna want to watch 3 hours of wrestling on a Friday night?
Is it Rampage only 1 hour?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's a Friday night and they're coming on at 10 o'clock. Nah.
Yeah, I don't think. I think they get more views through
DVR,
DVR.
YouTube, and streaming or whatever else.
I generally don't think. I don't think their ratings are gonna be good, and it's a bad time slot.
Yeah, only on TNT because we know drama. And they didn't do well with the Dynamite shows that they were doing.
Yeah, and they were 2 hours long, weren't they? They were like 4. It was like 4 hours of wrestling. It was like, I'm not sure I really want to watch 4 hours of wrestling.
I'm curious what the commentary is going to be like, though.
I was hoping it'd be like half an hour. It'd be these two guys, and half an hour it'd be these two guys. If it's 4, like they've had all through Dynamite this week, where they had Don Callis at one point, they had Scott D'Amore at one point. It's just a mess. Like they're all talking all over each other. We talking all over each other. It's a 2-man booth.
Yeah. Yeah. How you gonna do it? How you gonna do it? I just want to hear the first the drama that comes out of it. I feel like Rampage could be the dude. Like, it might end up being Thunder. It
could be. I do think it's a little too much. Too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should really establish the Dynamite show before. Like some could say they have established it. I can see that argument. Have they've killed off NXT from Wednesdays, but that was more. But like I still don't see any improvement from their numbers because they were around the numbers they were at. I think like 400 of the NXT people that were stuck between the shows on when they were both going head to head on Wednesdays. I think they're now watching AEW, but
yeah, it didn't make a difference. They're still doing their 1.1 growing, and I think I saw somewhere would they ever beat Raw? Raw's still almost doing 2 million.
almost though. But it keeps dropping though.
And it's a trash show. It's a trash show.
It's still
if Raw ever
continuously
got
dropping.
good again, yeah. Honestly, if I was WWE, I would fire everybody. Yes, fire everybody. Merge my Raw and SmackDown rosters, and you have to watch Roman on 2 shows. One he may wrestle, may he not. He just grunts anyway. You know, just space it out, and just only focus on my major stars. Fuck all this nonsense in the middle. If you're not Roman or Lashley or Drew or who else is there? Big stars. I guess they feature. I guess Big E is in there now. Or Seth or Edge or Cena. You're not getting featured. It's just only on main stars now. I'm going to go heavy hitters now at this point. Get out of here. No residents.
So that is the end of the show. I've been Prince Manish. He's been
Marquise the Ultimo ending. Master of mysticism.
Master of what?
Mysticism. I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the master of the mystical arts. I think that's what Dr. Strange says.
If you haven't, make sure you like the video and subscribe. Check out storefrontier.com/DSPN. And we are out. Peace.
Peace.